Here's Johnny.
Take your stinking paws off.
Be quick. Be quick.
You fools! You're in danger! He's alive! He's alive! Wait, 21 gigawatts! Hallelujah! Holy shit! You probably eat this?
Jack burnt me.
Won't do any good to run, girly boy. Stop it!
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer. And today in the collection update, I've got a little strange mix of films and film directors. It's going to be a mixture of Alfred Hitchcock movies, William Castle movies, and lastly, David Cronenberg movies. So, kind of interesting mix. Yeah, a lot of great classics in there, so let's jump right in and let me show you what I've got in my collection. First off is going to be, we're going to go with the Alfred Hitchcock films, and this is a box set with a bunch of his classics. So we got the Alfred Hitchcock Blu-ray collection here. It is 5 classics from the Master of Suspense. What do they title this one? Just the Essential Collection. And we've got looks like 5 films here. Rear Window, we got Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, and The Birds. So a really cool collection in all classics across the board. Can't go wrong with any one of these films. So definitely pick up this set. I already have, I believe Psycho and The Birds are down here. And I have Vertigo and North by Northwest and Rear Window somewhere else in my collection too. But yeah, those are the only ones that I've kind of double dipped on the Blu-ray because I had to get this whole one just to get all these in here. But yeah, just a great edition put out by Universal. And just fantastic. Definitely pick it up. I don't think it goes, it's that expensive. I got it for pretty cheap when I got it probably like a year ago. But yeah, great bunch of films. And like I said, I already own quite a few of them on there. I did pick up Psycho a while before I picked up that box set, the Steelbook. So pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice little collector's kind of thing for a great film. So I got that one, and then I already had The Birds that I picked up. Probably it was like a month before I picked up that one. But yeah, cool little cover art. But definitely a great film. It's not bad to have double dips on these classics, especially when I just kind of ran across that Alfred Hitchcock set for kind of cheap. So I was like, why not pick it up? Love all those movies, so get it in the collection. And then I picked this one up because I didn't actually own Psycho 2, 3, or 4, so I picked up this kind of little Blu-ray collection of Psycho 1 through 4. And I actually watched last year for the first time Psycho 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, enjoyed those ones. They all kind of have their own unique little flavor to them. Pretty interesting flicks. Good stuff. Anthony Perkins knocks it out of the park in all of his roles as Norman Bates. Really good films in general. So let's just keep the ball rolling. We're going to move on to some William Castle flicks. I've got quite a few of these Mill Creek releases, but 2 of them on Blu-ray. These double feature packs that came out for, first one, Homicidal and Mr. Sardonicus. I think I pronounced that right. Thought I was going to butcher it. But I actually watched Mr. Sardonicus recently. I think it was the beginning of the year. And loved it. Thought it was really demented. Pretty cool. Nice gothic feel to it. Homicidal, I have not seen that one yet, so I'm going to have to be checking out Homicidal for sure. William Castle's you're always guaranteed to have a pretty good time with his movies. They kind of all have that same feel. Pretty gothic, pretty you know, like generally try to stay more of on the haunting sides. I know a lot of his haunted house movies, The 13 Ghosts, which is coming up here, is really good. And I actually watched that one for the first time 2 years ago and really loved it. But that brings me to the next double feature of William Castle, and that is 13 Ghosts, like I previously mentioned, and 13 Frightened Girls. Now, I have seen 13 Ghosts, like I said, but I have not seen the 13 Frightened Girls, and don't really know much about that one. But yeah, 13 Ghosts, definitely check that one out because that one is really, really great. I was kind of surprised at how interesting it is, and like William Castle's known for his kind of gimmicks that he had along with his films, and for 13 Ghosts he kind of introduces all these movies, but he tells about how you have these certain glasses where you can actually see the ghosts in the movie, and if you get too scared you turn it to a certain color and you won't be able to see the ghosts. It's a silly kind of cheesy gimmick, but it's kind of interesting. Even though these don't come with glasses and you can't actually participate in that kind of stuff, it's kind of interesting to see how he kind of introduced things and to his audiences there in the theater, and kind of just kept things fresh and interesting. But little time capsule there. And moving along is another William Castle collection, but this is on DVD, also from Mill Creek, and it is 5 more of his classics, but these are all the same ones I have except for one, which is The Old Dark House, and that's the only one on here that I don't have in Blu-ray form. And I actually have been meaning to see The Old Dark House because I love William Castle's stuff, but I haven't checked it out yet, so that is definitely one that I'm gonna have to check out soon, or maybe I'll just wait until October when it's more of that kind of haunted house feel to really get a good atmosphere going for the film to watch for my first time. But cool collection. I mean, it's nice to have them all in one collection, but I've got all the Blu-rays now to just kind of upgrade to a better quality, and yeah, enjoy them that way. Well, let's keep the ball rolling. We got a good flow going on here. Let's move it on to some David Cronenberg madness. First up is the Criterion Blu-ray that I actually just picked up a couple weeks ago. It is The Brood, and this one is a spicy little number. Definitely odd, but most of David Cronenberg films are really, really odd. Kind of just, I mean, the best way to describe the film without giving too much away is just, there's a lot of weird stuff happening. These strange little being creatures or something are attacking people in this this town, and it has to do with like kind of a fertility clinic and just different weird stuff like that. But it's definitely a very weird, haunting flick. A lot of strange atmosphere to it. What's his face is in it, Oliver Reed, and whenever Oliver Reed's in a movie, you know it's just going to be a batshit crazy performance. He does not disappoint, and neither does this movie. Really good one. Definitely check it out. It's one of those movies that people don't really talk about of Cronenberg's for some reason, but it is a famous one, so definitely check that one out if it sounds at all interesting and you like his body of work. But let's move it on to another favorite of mine. This one I have on DVD, do not have it on Blu-ray yet, which I'd like to upgrade it because it's a fantastic film. Weird but fantastic. It is Videodrome. Now this one I reviewed on the channel some years ago, so definitely check out my review for this one. It's crazy visuals, mind-boggling concept, just a very, very unique film. Like most of Cronenberg's films, very unique, innovative, and this one definitely has a strange mixture of reality where you don't really know what's real and what's not. The main character, played by James Woods, is kind of in and out of reality. His mind's all messed up. So it's really cool to just kind of take a journey alongside him as he kind of tries to figure all of this mind warp kind of stuff out. Really cool flick. Videodrome, definitely check out the channel for my review. A fantastic film and one that will not disappoint. You're definitely going to be entertained by this weird oddity. But let's move it on to this one. Is also a movie that I reviewed on the channel. Really great science fiction film. Yeah, it is Scanners. Great flick. Really great original concept. The performers are amazing. I think this is the first movie that I saw Jennifer O'Neill in. She's one of the main actresses in it. Extremely beautiful, took my breath away, and I kind of tracked down other movies that she's in, as she appeared in Lucio Fulci's, I drew a blank on it, The Psychic. It went by another name too, that's what kind of threw me off at first, but The Psychic, that actually just came out on Blu-ray. That's a nice one I want to pick up. But yeah, Scanners, phenomenal flick. And like I said, the review is on the channel if you'd like to check it out and see my thoughts on that film, because it's amazing. But let's move it on to our last flick in this little segment, which is missing another film of Cronenberg's. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where Shivers went. Shivers disappeared, but Shivers is another great flick of David Cronenberg's. Got a review of that up on the channel. I don't know where that one is, because I remember that's a foreign release on DVD. I might have stashed it away somewhere in my DVD booklets. But the last one I have here is Rabid. This one is pretty badass. I remember when I first saw the film, I wasn't too keen on it for some reason. I don't know if back in the day I wasn't too fond of Cronenberg's kind of body horror style, but and with the lead actress being a former porn star, I kind of thought it might have been sleazy or something like that. I don't know. I stuck my nose up at the film, but I eventually watched it again recently, well, in the last few years, and really grew to love the film. It's definitely unique and kind of edgy in some parts, but really cool concept. It's more kind of like a play on like the sexually transmitted disease and how it kind of, the virus will spread from there. Turns people into crazy rabid, I don't want to say zombies, but there is a great zombie feel to this film. Just like his Shivers movie, it's kind of deals with a zombie kind of mentality in cinema, but in general it's more to do with kind of body horror virus kind of things. But yeah, Rabid, definitely cool. Check it out. I reviewed that one probably a year and a half ago, so check out the channel for this review. Great film in general, just like all of Cronenberg's flicks. Really good stuff. And I have a whole shitload more of Cronenberg's movies. They're all packed away in DVD booklets. But yeah, he's just a great director, really has a cool style to him. Even his newer films, like The History of Violence, I believe he did that one. A lot of cool stuff. He's really always innovating himself and changing himself up in the genre. But great director, great set of films right here with Alfred Hitchcock, William Castle, and David Cronenberg. And a nice little collection update segment for everyone. So that's it for me for this one. I hope you enjoyed that one. Saw some cool stuff from some directors you might not have known about, or if you did, maybe some films you didn't know they did. But that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video that I put up on the channel. Who knows what my crazy ass is going to think of next. But take care and stay out of trouble, guys. Later.